All right. I figured today I would try my best to learn Serum 2. It's been a hot minute, and I haven't dove into it just yet. I was actually working on some ambient chill presets for Serum when Serum 2 came out. So I kind of copied them over as best as I could to Serum 2 and put them on the Patreon. But I haven't had a chance to dive in to Serum 2. I just got back from the gym, so I'm not looking too wonderful. But I figured this would be the time to do it. And yeah, we're just gonna dive in. So if you wanna help me in any way in terms of I should look at this, I shouldn't look at this, then let me know. So let's see what we got. What I'm really excited about is the granular stuff. I don't actually know whether to start there. Sweatica, good to see you. How you doing, buddy? I don't know whether to start at granular. I might just start at wavetables. Yeah, I mean, what am I really not going to know about the wavetables? We've got 3 instead of 2, right? So we could just do a basic shape for like a sine thing. I'm doing good, man. I'm over the jet lag and, you know, we're chilling. We're getting back to some routines. No complaints here. I feel like I've kind of, apart from the gym today, I've kind of just been at this workstation. But, you know, what else is new? Okay, so like, that's cool. We've got one oscillator there. This one will do like a quieter, wider sound. Let's do 16 with a lot of detune. Maybe that's too much. Yeah, that's kind of too much. And then oscillator 3, we'll have another one. So we'll just go with something weird. Yeah. With some, what's this little guy? Okay, so this is looking different. So we get some different modes, some different algorithms. Not a lot of difference there. Is this how they split, maybe? So if I did this one. There's 2 central ones, is that right? Oh, it's just like closer together. Okay, fine. Stack. Ooh, what is stack? Oh, that's kind of fun. Ooh. Ugh. So is that adding a 7th or it's just 12 plus 7? It's very strange. Center. Oh, so the center note is minus 12 semitones. The center note is minus 24, I guess. That's kind of cool. Width. We can't go above 100, but we can pull it down. Range to wavetable position. Okay, cool. Yeah, fine. Yeah, so standard stuff, and then we can FM from B here and do the same here. So we get kind of 2 options for warp, whereas we only used to get 1. Is that right? We've got our standard noise with the option to loop or just play forward with 1 keynote. Our filter, standard. Ooh, with some bussing. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay, right. This is genuinely my first look. I saw all the hype of Serum 2 and was just like, new synth, okay. But now I'm excited. That's kind of fun. Here are our buses. That's fun. Okay, and global. Let's do the granular stuff. Oh, these are, I guess I should kind of pimp out the stuff. I put some stuff on the Patreon. We've got chord stuff. Let's go a bit higher. We got whatever this is. Kind of like a fluty kind of sound. Just did some ambient-y, siny stuff. Which we can kind of make a little bit more ghostly, if you like. Kind of like that one. This was just a pad. Slick P, how you doing, buddy? How's your diet? To everybody else in the chat, it's like, oh, that's a rude opener. But Slick knows. Got a little kalimba here. I just tried to replicate a splice sample that I really like and use all the time. Ooh. What else I got? I think there's about 10 sounds in here. Kind of a Juno pad thing. And how many more have I got? Little kind of just a bit of a wow kind of sound, just a basic Reese. And then what do we have to finish this off? Whatever. I think this was the first preset I made. Oh, because I got excited about the bus reverb. And then the last one is whirr. So they're over at the Patreon if you want to check them out. Slick P says, when to grab food when I saw you alive. My hero, as you should. As you should. I'm going to assume you haven't dove into Serum 2 just from your opening sentence. I was just saying before you got on, I saw it and I was like, whatever, new synth. But now I'm in it. I'm actually like pretty gassed. I'm pretty excited. But I want to set this to its initial preset and figure out this granular thing. I think this will be fun. So, okay, so there's granular presets. Fine. But what I want to be able to do is drop my own sample in there. Oh, I can load a sample. Okay. So let's do a flute. Scan. Okay, so this is kind of like how it starts at the beginning. It moves to the right. It moves to the right quicker. It moves back quicker. Easy. Okay, scan's easy. Density is maybe going to be how close or far apart these scans are. Yeah, so these little white lines. Okay, that makes sense. Don't own it. Serum would be a waste on my hands. It's a waste in my hands, buddy. Okay, so that's like the stretchy thing. And then we've got, what's this? Okay, so you can still like FM from B, which is kind of wild. Then our offset, how far away it is from the scan, maybe? What's this one? A randomized direction. Pitch. Ooh, bees. Ah, watch out for the bees. So stupid. So fucking stupid. Okay, cool. So we've got a flute here. So let me load a sample in. How does that work? All right. I don't know how many people we got in here, but it's a little competition. There's a little beat battle going down. Just make sure you come back to the channel on Monday. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. So could I just drop something in here? What if we got like an ambient thing? Whatever this is. That's a bit boring. That's fun. Okay. Can we just drag that in? Okay, it's here. Can I just drag it in? Oh, super easy. Kind of want it to stay still. That's fun. As like a thing to resample. I guess these randomizers you can tie to things. That would make sense. How nice is that? What is our curve though? Jesus Christ, there's so much to do in here. Oh, so this is our crossfade shape, I guess. Because up here we're going to have lots of clicks. So that's kind of cool. It'll fade in, but it will click. So I don't know why you would want to mess with that so much. Welch. These are kind of cool. Let's keep it on Han. Unison is interesting. Oh, shoot. Okay, so now it's like super wide. This is cool. How do I get back? Ah, how the fuck? There we go. That's actually super sick. Hello, Amado. Amado? Amado? Good to see you. How you doing? It's kind of like that SSX kind of music stuff. Let's just... Ooh. This is cool. So they've got presets for the effects, which is kind of cool. So let's just go for like a distorted thing. That's a bit much. Let's see what we got. I just clicked the same one, didn't I? I know I did. It's kind of fun. All right, cool. We need a different sample in here. I typed in ambient. They're all just drums. What's going on? Give me a vocal. I've been all alone. There it is. We want the lone. Let's see what's going on there. Boom. Boom. Ooh. Let's take this unison off. Ooh, it's gonna be crazy. This was not a good idea. Okay, I get it. Like, yeah, cool. Spectral was what? Oh no, we need to reset. Initial preset. Then come back to here, then go to here. Spectral was what? You could throw a sample in here. I saw this wicked preset. I don't know if I'll find it again. What would it have been? It was like a whole... Was it this? No. It was like a whole track inside Serum. Loop, I guess? This stuff. Let's see. Where was it? Yeah, this! What the fuck is going on inside Serum? This is mental. Sorry for punching the mic. I got a bit excited. So we got to figure out how to do this, because this got me really excited. I don't know why you'd ever want to. You know, I don't know why you'd ever want to just... like, I don't know why you would want that. But I do want to learn it. I do want to learn how to do it. So let's get some drums and try and do the same, but like in a like ambient sense or something. Trying to find something that's not gonna drive me. Egret says, yeah, more gear that I'll use like 3% of. That's me and you, buddy. I'm right there with you. I'm gonna come over to here. I'm gonna go, cool. Well, let me just set this to the initial preset. This is gonna be me every session. Set this to the initial preset. I think I'm gonna need some reverb for this one. I'll come back to the oscillator, basic shapes, basic mini. A little bit more reverb. Yeah, that's me. This is gonna be me every session. Okay, so we had these loops. They had this cool beat thing. There we go, right, cool. This is 75, so I'm just going to set this to 75 as well, just in case you have to. I'm going to pull this drum loop in. I'm going to pull that into there. Is that the same drum loop? It's like I chose the same thing that they had before. Isn't that weird? Okay, cool. Get rid of that, get rid of that. There's a sub going on. What does this top thing do? Oh, it's a loop bar. Okay, great. Filter's kind of cool. Why is there no filter on the other side? Oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. How do I blow, 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 blow? There you go. I'm getting it. There you go. It's the hardest thing to use in the world. Okay, this is sick. Joe, how you doing? Or Joe will? Joe will? Joe will do it. What's up? So that's sick. What is this guy doing? This guy's attached to LFO 1 and 2. Jeez Louise. What's LFO 4 doing? That can't be tied to this, no? How do I know? Okay, let's see. Bypass B warp. So we just got the volume there. Bypass B wavetable. Okay, so we need the wavetable. What else we got? B level, which we already knew about. It's not doing too much more. And B warp. These are doing very minimal things. And then this is not for B. And this is also not for B. So I think our main guy is going to be LFO2. Let's try and set this to something. Let's set this to something nice, no? Oh, biatch. Okay, just... We can't really do it on the basic shape stuff. Do we get shapes? That would be kind of helpful if it like gave us, whoa, some presets. Oh, it does. Look at that. Ask and you shall receive. We need something a bit more exciting. What are these? We need something a little bit crazy. I'm a little bit crazy. These are all the sidechain ones. Okay. Can we get these a little bit more extreme? Oh man, they got to be quick, huh? If I did this to 8s, would it be quicker? No, it's just the divide of the grid. Okay. Okay, great. Let's do these to 8s. Let's do these to 8s. So the grid, or 16. So the grid is kind of snapping a little bit better. Oh, it doesn't snap anyway. Okay, great. Ping pong. That's going to go back and forth. Okay, we're just going to... Damn, what's the quickest way to make a bunch of madness? These? Boom, boom. Okay, yeah, that's going to work. Start up here. Calm down. And then just do 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 do. And then pull them up. Okay. I understand it now. I get it. But I would like this sound to be cute. So what would I need if I wanted it cute? Would I have this more of a plucked? No. I would assign this to a pluck, right? Assign this to the... Our volume is coming from envelope 1, which is just us holding down the sustain, no release. This is this guy. I want this to sound like a pluck, which I guess I would tie to the level, right? It would pluck. Let's use something. Serum isn't subscription. You can buy it on, you can rent it on Splice, and once you've paid off that subscription, you own it. Once you own Serum, or once you've paid it off, you own it. If you own Serum 1, then Serum 2 is just a free update. This is... Okay, so how would I... Let's assign this to this. It's not really doing as I wanted. Let's ARP it. How does the art work? I don't know. Can you draw something in so that it does the note? Oh, it would be clip. Clip you can draw. Ah, okay. Okay. Clip. Let's turn this on. Oh. Oh, but it's doing it to all the notes. Oh my goodness. This is too much. This is a whole door inside a door. What other things did they have in loops? How do you make these? You know who would love this? Bloody Jono. He'd get his hands on this and make something crazy. Ooh, there's something in the low end. Wait. So how did they separate the notes of the keys? Oh shit, here we go. That's crazy. So you could play something up here. There's a lot going on. I felt like I came on to... Wardock just said, I haven't even touched this yet because I'm afraid I'll get overwhelmed. I was saying this at the beginning of the stream. I feel like I'm one of the last people to touch Serum 2, and I'm just like, what the heck is going on? So you can divide the keyboard. Did you watch that interview of the dude that... Let's stop this squelching around. The guy that made Serum, and he was just like, yeah, I could have retired. I made like a gazillion pounds. But I just decided to put all of that money into Serum 2. It's like, Jesus Christ, man, just retire. Okay, let's just... See, that makes sense, because this is how I would go about making something. I would just put everything into LFOs that would control the next thing, that would control the next thing, that would control the next thing. That makes sense to me. Because I'm going to assume this is your little sign. Let's get rid of this. There you go. And this is going to be something else. Sounds like the little boop. There you go. And this will be something that comes on the offbeat. Wait, we've gone too far. Maybe this is this. No, that's... Oh, this might be noise. There you go. That makes sense. This guy. Probably the same. That's doing the wah, wah. That's bringing the noise up at the end. This is probably doing this. Yeah, making it louder. Da, da, da. And then number 9 and 10 is unused. So that makes a little bit more sense to me. Okay, no clips on these. Wonderful. So, okay, a little bit. That was it. Mr. Bill's podcast with Steve Duda. Oh, these are just drums. What the fuck? What the hell? Oh, they're actually in the drum place as well. God. There's just way too much. Way too much in here. Imagine you were the person that... Oh no, this is all Steve. Oh no, it's Splice. Imagine you were the guys that were like, I'm going to throw a fucking drum kit in here and do all of this. And Steve was like, nah, I've already done it, bro. Drill style sequence with drums and ARP, 140 BPM. How do I trigger it? Oh, do I have to turn clip on? Dude, it had an intro. It came in all high pass. Like, what's the point in even making music anymore? Do you know what I mean? Like, I am excited by Serum 2, but also at the same time, this isn't a good song. So you're just like, I can. But I don't know if it means you should. What was the other one? Because I didn't play the clip of this one. There we go. Look at this. That's that. Wardock, man, this is crazy. Okay, on the couch. Okay. This is the blank one, I guess you have to go back to. That's crazy. It's like a little... Just this little rim shot that Steve was like, we got to put that in. I mean, you guys know that there's going to have to be an Inspired By episode that's like making a whole song inside Serum 2, but I just don't understand how you go about it. This doesn't make any sense. They're individual samples, multi-sample. But what's the reverb coming from? Is that like a automated send? It wasn't any of the LFOs. Although... This could be controlling the delay when it goes above a certain limit, maybe? Oh, there you go. Okay. This is crazy. Look at these. I didn't even look at the drum macros. Oh, now you can just DJ in this. Oh my goodness. Okay, so drum stop. 18 bar 8 zap. Piano on off. It's a little bit too loud. Okay. Sax off. Pitch. Pitch wobble. All sends. That's insane. Loop perk movie action. I don't think there's a clip for this. Oh, there we go. It's a bit underwhelming now. Whoever Electric Himalaya is, love you. Oh, it says use the mod wheel. Hang on. The mod wheel isn't really doing anything. Yeah, bit disappointing. I wanted a whole song, really. Sorry about the eviction. Made with LFOs. Mod wheel for extra noise. This is crazy. Right to where you select oscillator types, there is a rollout for filter selection and buses. Over here. Oh. Holy moly. There's a lot going on, though. There's a lot going on. Deep sea shell mallet. I'm loving these little presets. John Luke enters the chat. This is your theme tune. It was good, man. Thanks so much for asking. Yeah, I got lots of stories. I'm slowly putting the vlog together. Yeah, it was good. I'll tell you a funny story. I didn't sign any NDAs, so here we go. So I spent a day in, I spent 2 days in East West Studios in LA, which is like just off Sunset, right? First day was really good. Just like met the team, and I wanted to do an interview there. But I got on with some of the folks there, and Candice, who's the lady who like manages it, she's worked there for like 45 years. She's like, we should go for a drink. You want to go for a drink? And I was like, yeah, man, we can go for a drink if you want. And she was like, oh shit, I can't do it tonight. Let's do it tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. So I come back, right? And I come in. I needed a poo. So I went to reception and I was like, is there a restroom that I can use? I was very hot on restroom and not saying toilet or loo. And I was like, is there a restroom I can use? And the receptionist was like, yeah, it's right there. There's a video that my best friend has on his phone of me having a poo, and I'm filming all of the... This room is like just mirrors. This like one cubicle It's just mirrors, and I'm like, dude, this is the fucking weirdest place I've ever taken a shit. There's like a chair, like a nice leather chair. You call it a Chesterman, but like a single seat one in front of the loo. It's just really weird. And I'm like, dude, this is the fucking weirdest place I've ever sat. I'm going somewhere with this, right? I came out of the toilet. The person who was sat on the sofa, because the east-west reception, I'll see if I can get a picture of it. The east-west reception is like really nice, and I'm just like chilling in there. Is this anybody we know? Not anybody I met. Anyway, I don't think I'll be able to find the reception. I thought that was ludicrous. Luda! Let's see. Reception. Yeah, here we go. This is the reception area. So like the receptionist sits here. But then if you go left here, you come into this other bit and it's like a lovely living room. This is still just the receptionist desk. It's kind of like this. This is another like kind of control room seating area bit. But like, let's say it's, yeah, look. So you come towards the camera here. And then they got this lovely seating area. This is it. So I was sat here and I took a picture of like, I was on the corner here and I put my feet up and I took a picture. And I was like, fucking, I own the place, right? There was a dude sat here. When I went to the toilet, which is basically this wall here. No, wait, sorry, it's opposite. When I went to the toilet, I took this video and I was like, oh, it's the craziest place I've ever taken a shit. I came back, I sat here again. This person was still sat over here. I sat there for like a good 25 minutes. I was waiting for Keith and Candice. And we were going to go for a drink. And the dude sat next to me. He had a baseball cap on and then like a, I don't know if it's a baseball jacket. I'm not going to Google it, but basically whatever, right? It was like a baseball jacket kind of thing. Just sitting there, chilling on his phone. And Candice come out and was like, the Stones are the Stones are a pain in my ass. And I was like, all right. Didn't put two and two together. And she was like, Mick thinks he could just show up and book room. Mick thinks he could just show up and have room one because they've recorded a fucking album there before and blah, blah, blah. Right, she's going off at this, whoever like the Stones do. And John Luke, you are on the right track. And so, yeah, the fucking Mick and the Stones and all this kind of thing. And I'm like, what the fuck? And she goes like, Keanu's band's already, booked a room. They're in there. They're already set up. They're recording. Blah, blah, blah. She keeps going on. She gets real close. She's like, I won't say that bit. But she tells me some goss, right? And then she goes back and she's like, and Keanu's already booked it. And I just think, I only know one person with the name Keanu. And I look down at the person she's gesturing to, who I haven't paid attention to for like 40 minutes. It's just... I didn't mean to push that button. It's just Keanu Reeves. And I was going to push this button. Oh, my air horn doesn't work. It might go off in a little bit. I've pushed it quite a few times. It might happen 3 times. So I sent my friend a text again and I was like, yo, if I took a wider picture, on your iPhone, if you could do 0.5 and zoom out, you'd just see Keanu Reeves just sitting next to me. And I was literally... The toilet is like if I go back to that picture, this is how close we're sat. And the toilet is maybe 10 feet away. And I spent so long in the toilet being like, this is the craziest place I've ever taken a shit. And so I looked down and I just went, she was like, Keanu's already, he's already in there. He's already booked the room. And I just went like this. Yeah, sure. And then my head was burning because I'm just like, look at him again. Just look at him again. I'd love to look at him again. Just look at him again. Say something. Just look at him again. Take a picture. And I couldn't because this is like a proper, it's like the Abbey Road of LA. And like, artists have to feel comfortable there and whatever. And my phone is burning in my pocket because I'm like, oh, I want to take a picture so bad. But these people, like I was there on the first day hanging out. I ended up doing a session for this lovely guy called Emmett. And he ended up, he thought I like worked there, and then I was just sitting in the back, and then there was this whole miscommunication. Then he gave me a camera, and then I ended up doing his like, photography pictures for like 3 hours on the first day, and then got on with the team, and then they invited me back the second day. So I'm trying not to be like, yo, this is crazy. So anyway, Candice is like, let's go to the office and then we'll go get a drink. And I went to the office and I was just hanging out with Candice and Keith, and this lovely lady Rachel was there as well. And all I was just thinking is, can we not be out in the hall? Keanu Reeves is just in the other room. By the way, he has a band apparently called like, I can't remember I looked it up on the plane. Is it like Dog something? But yeah, he's like just doing some demos there. And then I'm like thinking back on this whole conversation that she's told me whilst I'm in the office, and they're all just talking amongst themselves. This office is crazy. This office has like it was just overwhelming how much stuff was on the wall. Like Adele had a note. I was like, thanks for, I think she recorded 21 there, and she'd done like a note. I was like, thanks so much for having me, blah, blah, blah. Like, all my love. Like, there was just those kind of, like the Foo Fighters, like just loads of handwritten stuff to them for like helping them out with records and that. And I don't know if that was an example. I don't know if the Foo Fighters were in there. And I was thinking back to this conversation, and I realized that Mick, the Stones, Mick Jagger has just shown up to try and take room 1, because they've recorded in room 1 before. Room 1 is like massive. It's like a big soundstage room. This is room 1. And so like they're there and they just want the shit. Dog Star, there you go. And Mick just wants room 1, but Keanu Reeves has already booked room 1. And I was like, am I just in this building? Just about to go for a drink. We're just going to leave these guys to it. Can we not hang out? And this is just like regular life to them. So anyway, to close the story off, we go for a drink. It was crazy, like leaving the studio. Studio's all like locked up and stuff. And as we come out, these 2 German kids were like, are you from the studio? Blah, blah, blah. And Candice was like, I manage the studio. She's like a Hollywood, like smokes a lot and whatever. She was sick. Like, I want to hang out with her all the time. And these guys were like, can we please get a tour? Can we please get a tour? Like, it was just such a unique experience. And anyway, we went for a drink, super spenny, like cocktail bar. I'm from the UK, so I was like, what beers have you got? And they didn't have beers. And so I ordered a Disaronno and Coke, which everybody took the piss out of me for. I don't know cocktails, especially in America where it's like free pouring and stuff, but whatever. And so we're in there, and Candice just keeps the first day and the morning of the second day. She keeps saying to me, "What are you gonna do on your last day?" Because I had one free day whilst I was in LA of the 2 weeks that I was there, and I was like, "I think I'm gonna go to Joshua Tree because I've never seen the desert before." I had a car and stuff, and she was like, "I'm gonna text my buddy Josh. Josh is gonna show you about anybody that goes to the desert. Josh shows them around. Oh, he's such a good guy. Oh, we have to get you together. You'll get on like a house on fire. Oh, I've got to text my buddy Josh." All day she was like, "I will text Josh. He'll show you around. Oh, you've got to meet Josh." Right? All day. Next day, "Oh, you just remind me I gotta text him." We go for drinks, and she's like, "Will, I didn't text Josh." And I was like, "I didn't think you would." I think that's why they like me, because I was just dry. I was like, "I didn't think you would." And she was like, "No,
Not because I didn't want to, but because I didn't have the time. And I just got waylaid and fucking, I didn't text him. I was like, that's all right, whatever. And she was like, do you know my buddy Josh? And I was like, no, you just keep saying Josh. Josh from Joshua Tree that's going to show me around the desert. And anyway, we're like shooting the shit and talking. And she just goes, yeah, you know Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age. And I was like, fuck off, man. She was just going to text her buddy Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age to have him show me about the desert. I was actually I was so angry at actually not texting her buddy Josh to show me around the desert, because that would have been fucking amazing. I wouldn't have even looked at the desert. I would have just been looking up at Josh, being like, wow, you're so tall. Your band is so cool. And other things that rhyme. It was crazy. She told me a lot of other stories as well, which I didn't sign an NDA, but I guess out of respect, I won't share. But we were joined by Clint, and Clint had just been recording another studio down the road with Red Hot Chili Peppers. So he was in there with Flea and Chad Smith, which was cool because I went to the Lakers game, I think the week before, or maybe the beginning of that week. Slick P was awfully jealous. um, but like, I saw Chad Smith and Flea at the Lakers game, and I thought it was interesting because they were sat in different rows. And I was like, oh, they don't even hang out. And then I was like, of course they don't hang out. They've been hanging out since like the 70s, the 80s. I also saw Toby Maguire, Macaulay Culkin, and Macaulay Culkin's wife, whose name I'm forgetting, but she was on the Disney Channel when we were kids. It was just a lot of celebrities to take in. But anyway, so Clint was at this bar as well, and he'd just been recording Red Hot Chili's. But Candace told me that Clint was an interesting character because he'd also worked with Rick Rubin when Metallica was recording Death Magnetic. So he was a part of the whole like Loudness Wars thing, and he'd done the mix for, I guess there was a DLC of Death Magnetic for Guitar Hero, or there was at least songs from Death Magnetic on Guitar Hero or Rock Band, whatever. And arguably that was like a better mix, and that was because it wasn't part of the whole Loudness Wars thing. They didn't really care for it. They didn't have a say so on like this is how it has to sound. So he'd like remixed it for that, and it's actually like quite listenable. I was talking to him. He was kind of cool, but he had to like shoot off. But yeah, man, it was just fucking wild. John Luke, I think John Luke was the one that asked me like how was LA, but like it was just insane. Like, and every day was a story like that. I mean, I was already staying with my not even my dreams have the budget for cameos. For these cameos, this is wild. Yeah, it was like every single day. Like I've been invited over because my friend, and I can't believe we're friends, is Damian Taylor. Some of you know Damian. He recorded like The Killers, The Prodigy. He's Bjork's right hand man, and so I'm already staying with him, and I'm trying to put together a little vlog, which is like I stayed a week in, I stayed there 2 weeks, but the vlog would be like living with this 10 times, nominated, Grammy nominated producer. Like, what did I learn, kind of thing. And that's weird in itself. Just like getting up every day at sort of 5:45, 6 to do yoga, and then run along the LA River with Damian Taylor, and then come back and set ourselves up for the day, and then work in this amazing studio, which isn't East West. This is just Damian's studio, and then like go for a meeting I went for like a meeting with this amazing violin player, and she'd just got an Emmy for she did the music for it's like a David Attenborough thing, Life on Earth, or Life Below Zero, I think, or something. And like that, and then coming back and then doing another session, and then going to Emily Kruger's house, and then doing like a jam night, and then there was like a Grammy winning guitarist, and we became real good friends. He's from Peru. His name's Emmanuel, and like then we hung out, and then we did a session, and then I met these other people, and there was this like TikTok girl there, and she was a sick singer, so we did some songs, and it's just like just every day. Like by the end of the trip, no joke, I was like, I can't wait to get home. I got home a little while ago, and then I went straight to my parents to dog sit. So it was real like contrasting of like LA every single day, multiple points of the day, just being like famous person, studio, sick session, meet a new person, do an interview, film an episode for the YouTube, do this, edit this thing, be introduced to this person, eat real cool food, do this. I got invited to a gospel church, and that was like one of the best experiences of my life. Like, I went to this chicken joint. It was called like the Chicken Spot or chicken and chicken. It doesn't matter. It was on Sunset, and it was like the Chicken Spot or something like that. And I was like the only white dude in there. It was what I really wanted for breakfast was like these chicken and waffles. I went in there, and there's like 40 black dudes in there, and which means nothing to me, obviously. But I went in there, and the pastor stood up, and he was like, "Remember, before church tomorrow, you've all got to speak to one new person. That's why I tell you that I was the only white guy in there." So of course I'm like the most popular guy in town. I'm sat by the door. Everybody was saying hello, and this lovely guy Mike came up to me. I got his number, and he was like, "Where'd you get your haircut?" And I was like, by my friend Jay. Like he was just gonna know. By my friend Jay in Rochford. And he was like, "Where'd you worship?" And I was like, "I don't." And he was like, "You coming to church tomorrow?" And I was like, "Yeah, man. You ain't got to ask me." And so he was like, "I'm gonna put my number in your phone. I'll call you tomorrow and make sure you're there." I was like, "Dude, I'm coming. I'll buy a shirt today," because I've never been to a gospel church before. I'd love to. And so yeah, went to like Century City, which is where they did Crazy Stupid Love. You know, remember when he gets his fucking David Lindhagen? He gets his shoe chucked off the top. I was in Century City, and I saw like that camera angle, and I was like, I know where I am. Like, just everything is something. It's just exhausting. So anyway, got a shirt. Next day, went to a gospel church. Like, that was a whole thing. Met a whole bunch of musicians there. Their musicians are better than every single musician in the UK, and they just play in church. And yeah, just like every single day was something. So by the time it got to the end of my trip, I was just like, the last day of my trip, I was driving back from the desert to just drop the car off, and I got up. Some of you saw it on my story. Just got a flat tire, and I was like, "Fuck, man! I just want to get home." Got to Heathrow, had a £1,400 fine because I parked in the wrong parking. There's like Terminal 3, Terminal 2, long stay, short stay, and I parked in the wrong thing. I parked in a short stay thing, and just had like a £1,400 fine. And I was like arguing with the lady on the intercom. I was like, "I paid £239. Please, I've just got off a 11-hour flight. I paid £239 to stay here for 2 weeks." And she was like, "Yes, but this is short stay, sir, blah blah blah." I was like, "I'm not paying it." I just turned into that guy. It wasn't my most attractive side, but I was like, "I'm not paying it. I just can't pay it. I can't pay it. I don't even have any cards with me." She was like, "It's £1,400, so we won't open the gate." I was like, "Well, I'll be in front of the gate." There's like cars behind me. That barrier thing hasn't gone up. I was like, "I'll just be here." She was like, "The best we can do is 700." I was like, I can't even pay 700. I don't have any money." And I like just kept getting her down. I ended up paying like another 250 or something like that. It sucked. But yeah, just every day was something, and so many things, and like, but it was so exciting. But by the end of the trip, I was like, "Dude, I'm done." Yeah, I was exhausted, but it was a great trip. But I'm gonna put a vlog together, and you guys can see it. Keanu doesn't feature in the vlog. I apologize. But yeah, man, thank you so much for asking. I really appreciate it. And hopefully, the whole reason I went out there, because how did I manage to negotiate a fine at Heathrow? Because it's just, you have to put the ticket in as the barrier goes up, and then you drive out. And like, I asked for assistance. I thought I'd parked in the wrong place. I called Heathrow when I was in LA and was like, "Will this be fine?" They said yes. When I got to Heathrow, I went to an office and I said, "What do I do?" And they said, "You just got to go to this like thing and hit the assist button." I did all of those things. Everybody else said it would be fine, but this lady was, and I just kept saying I can't pay it. So there's going to be a long line behind me because this barrier won't go up. She was like, "We can't change it from 1,400. But once she said 700 is the best we can do, I was like, "Oh, we're negotiating now." This is what we're doing. I was like, "I can't pay 700. I have no money." And once she got down to like the similar money that I'd already paid, and I just wanted to, because from Heathrow to my parents is still like a 3 hour drive. I was like, let's just pay it. Sucked. But yeah, so the whole reason I went out there, you know, as well as like Damien just inviting me out to help out and to shadow him and all that kind of thing and just hang out, was that I thought it could be like some good content, like a good vlog, because of the whole copyright strike with He Who Shall Not Be Named. I think my YouTube is kind of shadow banned right now. None of the videos are getting very many views. So I'm kind of putting out just like quick content at the minute until the shadow ban lifts, which I'm hoping is going to be when the copyright strike comes to an end, which is in 26 days. But I don't know if there's like a buffer zone for the shadow ban to like release. But anybody that I know that's got a copyright strike says, yeah, your views just take a big dip for a while. So I don't really want to put like the vlog out whilst that's there. It would just seem like a bit of a waste. So I'm just sitting on it. John Luke says, you're absolutely crazy flying for 18 hours and then driving. I know. Well, I had all my, I only flew for 13. I only flew for 13 hours. But like, if that makes any difference. And I did one of those like white knuckle. There was nothing to watch. I wasn't into any of the films. So I just tried to sleep, but I can't really sleep sitting up. So I was just kind of there, just dozing for 13 hours. It was really weird. But yeah, I had like my whole home studio stuff in my boot of my car, which I left at Heathrow to then take to my parents because I promised them I'd dog sit whilst they went on holiday for the first time in 7 years. So I had like my little backpack that I took to LA because I was obviously going to do washing, laundry at Damien's place. And then I had like my laptop and a basic mic, and that's kind of it. But then in my car, I had like my Shure microphone, my Mac Mini, my keyboard, like everything just in the boot. So I had to drive. It's 13 from LA to London, and then I think on the way out it's 12, or vice versa. 13 on the way there, 12 back. I think that's right. But then there's the whole like you got to be at the airport like 3 hours before. It feels like 18. And then there's a time difference, you know, by like a day. If you fly, like I flew at 6 p.m. LA. So by the time I got back to the UK, it was like midday the following day. It's just madness. But yeah, so like I had to drive. I caffeinated myself up and then I had to drive. And it was pretty crazy. And my tracking had gone. I got like 3 flat tires before I went to the airport, before I went to LA. So the day before I flew, I had to get 3 flat tires repaired. And then I think when they put new tires on, they'd like fucked my tracking. So my steering wheel right now is like this, but I'm going straight. And then like it's a big crank to go right, and then it's not very much of a crank to go left. I got to take my my car to the garage on Monday. So yeah, that was a whole thing. And then I was just in my parents' house on my own for like 5 days after all of that madness of LA, just being like just editing videos. It was really weird. But yeah. John says, I flew from London to, I can never say this, Kuala Lumpur. And that was like 20 hours with a stop over in Abu Dhabi. Do you get to stop for like a day and hang out? Or do you just sit in the, airport? Because I did a stopover when I went to Oregon. And that stopover was in San Francisco. But I like stopped for 3 hours maybe and hop back on a flight. Joel says, what is that copyright thing you're talking about? I don't want to get myself in deeper trouble, but I did a video that was really complimentary of an artist. I'm sure you've seen other videos where I've like talked about an artist. Similar vein, this guy or girl is awesome. You should check them out, and here's their Spotify, blah blah blah. And if we were going to cook up a song in their vibe, this is how we would do it. and I cooked up a song that was like similar to theirs, but a whole different key, whole different instruments, everything. But for whatever reason, they copyright striked me. So that was kind of disappointing, but it went through this whole legal back and forth with their record label. I had to take the material down off my Patreon. And I think it's the end of it now. They still have 26 days to maybe take me to court. I don't think they will, but I hope they won't. But yeah, it just means that my channel is not getting very many views because YouTube has put me on the naughty step. So it's just kind of, I think I've just been shadow banned, which kind of sucks. But yeah, it is what it is. I can't fight it, so why be annoyed about it? John Luke says, nah, dude, I was there for like 4 hours. Oh my God, so you flew for 20 hours. You flew for however many hours, maybe 10 hours or something like that, and then you stop for 4 hours, and then you do another. Flying into the Middle East is wild, bro. You look outside the airport in Abu Dhabi, and it's sand and castles. It's just sand castles. Sand and castles. Wild shit. I can't even imagine it. Dude, I've only been to Joshua Tree, and I did that. I was sitting in the desert, chilling in the desert. Some crazy stuff happened in Joshua Tree. But anytime, like before that, I was like saying to people in LA, I was like, it's sand. I get it. Whatever. And then I went in the desert and I was like, oh, I do get it now. This is crazy. So I can't imagine what somewhere like Abu Dhabi looks like. That's insane. Jeez Louise, it's nearly midnight. I wanted to do more Serum stuff, but now I don't really have the energy. I'm gonna hop off. Because it's really late. I got an early start tomorrow, and the clocks go back tonight. Don't forget. I don't think we even need to manually reset anything, but the clocks do go back. I'd actually like to know if I get more hours in bed or less hours in bed. Let's Google that. This will be the last thing I Google or share whilst I'm here. When do the clocks change in UK? So it's tomorrow. In the UK, the clocks go forward 1 hour at 1 a.m. Oh, all right, cool. We lose some sleep. That's cool. I'm up well early tomorrow. All right, sick. Everybody go to bed. Oh, Jono just got here. Damn, man. We were doing some real cool stuff. Johnny, have you dove into Serum 2 yet? I'd love to get your take on Serum 2. There's some crazy stuff in here. Damn. John Luke says we lose an hour, but we do get more sunlight, which is cool. It'll be sunny later. Joe Will says 1 hour less weekend. That's brutal. That's a brutal way to look at things. This is the latest night stream I've seen Will do. Jono, you're surprising me. Never was a Serum guy. That's so interesting. I'm going to show you this real quick, Jono. I think this is mad. I know you're not a Serum guy, but this is just crazy. So we were in this, and it turns out you can do like whole instrument stuff inside Serum. Where were some of the cool ones? Okay, so that's just noise, whatever, right? But there's some of these guys. Some of these ones are like reggae. Funk, that was pretty crazy, huh? What little where was the reggae one was my favorite. What? You stop the drums? Bring those drums back. It's just great. Oh, we can't see the screen. I do it once every stream, huh? I do it once every stream, and this is a midnight. Isn't that madness? Where is it? It's in Factory and then Loops. And then they have these different like band loops in there, which is just insane. Can you play the... So here's my... Like, I can even play the whole keys.
Where's our drums? There you go. Isn't that mad? And then what's this? That's crazy, man. All right, guys, we gotta go to bed, kids. I don't feel like I even scratched the surface with this synth today, but it was fun to swap some stories and hang out as always. I'll try and come back maybe Monday or something and dive deeper into this because I feel like there's a lot to learn. I was trying to just learn the granular stuff that was in here, but yeah, Jesus, it's a deep dive. It's a deep dive. All right, this was a pleasure as always. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your Sunday. I mean, we've got 3 minutes till Sunday. Get some sleep if you're in the UK because we're not going to have much of it tonight. And yeah, good night. Catch you next time.